Hey everybody, welcome to the Anna Dives Show, and today we're talking about motivation. Motivation, which is basically determination, incentive, drive. So what is it that keeps you going when it comes to getting and staying healthy? Even when you don't feel like, even when you're feeling maybe lazy, when you're overwhelmed, or you are creating self-sabotaging messages in your mind about fear and doubt, right? Let's dive in. So, let me begin with a question. What is it that you want to achieve? What is your ultimate goal when it comes to being healthy? Right? For some, it may be to lose weight, to gain weight, to get fitter, to be able to run faster. Maybe you want to figure out your skin to make it look and feel smoother. Maybe you want to figure out your metabolism and improve that as well. And so, as good as those reasons may be, they are on the surface, right? And here's the reason why. To look good, to feel fitter, to look slimmer, are not, they're not enough to compel you to make the change that you need to make. Because if they were enough, nobody would struggle. We'd all show up in the gym, remain consistent, and so results. But that doesn't happen. So we need to dig deeper and find out what is that deeper why, Why do you want to get fitter? Why do you want to get slimmer? Why do you want that smoother skin? And that deeper why will compel you to make the change that you need to make to see the transformation that you desire, right? And the why power is basically the bridge between your desire and your results. So you need to find and dig deeper to that deeper why. And remember the guy who gave up? Yeah. Nobody does. We are all inspired by the people who don't give up when the going gets tough, who keep it going. And today I am so excited to have somebody who did not give up on his health, his dreams, and his ambitions. Nanjero, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to dive in.
Anna dives, yeah. Thank you. And you have an incredible story.
Yeah.
Let me first begin by introducing you.
Please do.
Nanjero is a serial entrepreneur.
Right.
He's a consultant. He's a dad. He's a husband. He is a cellist.
Yeah.
He plays the cello.
Exactly.
He is a soon-to-be author. He's a mental health expert. He's a triathlon athlete.
Yes.
Hey, did I miss something?
I think we're on the right path now. We're there, yeah.
It's amazing you're able to juggle all these things. So when it comes to the why power, I am sure you do have a powerful story about your health. What was your why power?
So it's quite interesting. In all of those things that you've mentioned, one of the most critical things is your health. Like you can't have clarity to play the cello if you're not healthy.
True.
You cannot have the mental state for you to perform in an event if you're not healthy. And it's not always been as rosy as it sounds right now. Since I was 5 years old up to now, it's been a roller coaster, ups and downs. And I'll just give you a quick summary. When I was 5 years old, I started swimming, which was incredible for me because I swam to the highest of levels up to when I was 14. Swam at national level. And for me to get to that level, health was an incredible pillar. How you eat, what you're drinking, and the abs were just natural. That's a beautiful thing about swimming. When you spend time in the pool, the abs will come out.
Oh, so that's a secret. We need to start swimming.
Spend more hours in water.
Okay.
The abs will come out.
All right.
Yeah. But in high school, university, still I was swimming, and for me, swimming really gave me that perspective and that healthy lifestyle because I had no choice but to eat well.
Yeah.
I had no choice but to sleep. Sleep is actually an important component of your health.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after you do a 1.5 hour swim session, you go and nap for 1 hour. You have no choice because your body has broken down.
Yeah.
But when I got, after uni, when I got into my career and started working, I sort of lost my way in sports.
Got too busy.
Yeah, got too busy and the life took over and stuff like that. And I think I lost my way with health. So that's when the roller coaster went down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've always known my best moments have been in a sporting environment, in an environment where I know I'm chasing a certain purpose. And when I overcame that, when it's interesting, I tell people I was 94 kilos, they can't believe it.
Wow.
I hit 94. And not 94 for muscles, 94 for fat.
Exactly, the difference.
Yeah. So when I hit that all-time high with my weight, because it was not just weight, there was also my mental state. I was fatigued mentally, working 14 hours a day, chasing the rainbow, being in a toxic environment, office politics, all of those things.
Yeah.
When I hit all of those things, I realized that I was going to crash. So I just took a step back and reminded myself, when are the best moments in my life? The best moments in my life is when I understand why I'm doing something, the purpose of why I'm doing that, actively chase it, and know that at the end of chasing it, there's this feeling that I'll get.
Yeah.
And that's why I reset and rewind and went back to the things that mattered to me.
Yes.
And rebooted my health. And from 94 back to 70.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, 94 back to 70. Transitioned from swimming to the triathlon team. And. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is a really incredible story. I
Yeah.
mean, just understanding that health is basically what helps us achieve all these other things in our lives. I mean, what's the point of having a big, short corporate job and your cholesterol is high, you're not sleeping well, you have brain fog?
Exactly.
I had brain fog.
I know that.
Yes.
I have experienced it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, in that journey, how did you come up with the habits that would help you stick? I mean, I can imagine you are still busy.
Yeah.
Life is still moving, but how are you able to put in place those habits to see your goal?
Yeah. So now when I realized that the path that I'd taken in career was toxic and it was not helping me in any way, I changed the model. So because there I was just waking up, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, where you wake up in the morning, the routine is the same. 8 o'clock you shower, you go to the office, you work 14 hours, you go back home, or you go and have a drink, chapa siasa, and go back home. Yeah. And I realized that was not working for me. So I stepped back and looked at, when things were working, what were the consistent things that I was doing to ensure this habit. So the first one was setting goals. And for all of the things that I do, when I'm playing cello this year, I know what my goal is. In triathlon, I know what my goal is. In the record label, I know what my goal is. In tech, I know what my goal is. And then when you break down that goal, breaking it down into smaller bits and pieces. So for the cello, I've broken it down to what I'll execute in a month, in a day, in an hour. And it's pretty clear for me. Yeah. And then once I have that framework, I know why I'm doing it. And always when... The truth about it, Anna, is there's always an excuse not to do something.
Yeah, sure.
For example, waking up at 5 a.m. to go and swim, I can tell you all the excuses.
Yes.
It's cold. It's raining.
Yes.
I swam yesterday, so it's still okay.
Yes. I need recovery.
I need recovery.
Yeah.
There are a million excuses for you not to do it, but I always have the why that I anchor to. And I remind myself. And also the other thing that has been critical for me to form habits is surrounding myself with people who are better than me. I'm very privileged in my sporting world. I'm one phone call away from Olympic champions. I can call someone and I can ask a question and they'll answer it. In my cello, when I'm playing the cello, I'm one phone call away from such an amazing cellist who I can ask questions and they'll give me like that grounding. In my career, I'm one phone call away. And also like surrounding yourself is not just physically. Socials. Who are you reading about? Yeah, who are you following? Yeah. If you follow Anna Dives, you'll get golden content that will uplift your day.
Love it. Yeah. Marketing plug.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, like socials, Anna, socials, you can follow the most incredible people on earth who will give you the most incredible stories. Sure. So I'm very deliberate about who I follow, the content I consume. And yeah, and that really helps reinforce that habit. Exactly. Then 2 more things. One, accepting failure, because you'll fail a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And failure will kill habit.
Oh, yeah.
If you let it. So failure for me has been a lesson. If I wanted to, for example, wake up and do a 10-kilometer run and I crash at 7, it's okay. I'll pick the lesson from there. What is it that I didn't do? Did I go too fast? Was I not drinking water? Was my mental health, mind state not okay?
What you ate last night.
Exactly. Then I learned from that. And then finally, reward.
Yeah.
You know, like, Anna, don't wait until the end of the year to go on holiday.
Yeah.
Don't. Give yourself rewards, mini rewards. Good, like, and a reward doesn't mean Bahamas. Buy yourself a chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Buy yourself a chocolate.
Balance.
Yeah. Call up a friend and go to like Ngong Hills and look at the sundown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, so reward yourself all the time. You'll reinforce habit.
I love that. There's a formula there with the habit formation.
Yeah.
It's cue, reward,
right,
and cue, routine, and reward.
And then reinforce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing also that motivation will never carry you through seeing something.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
No.
There has to be discipline. So I'm curious, your typical day, you know, you're a triathlon athlete. He was telling me how they do it, which is this latest one.
Yeah, so Ironman.
Tell us about the Ironman.
Ironman is, and I love it. Ironman, you kick off with a 3.8 kilometer swim.
Okay.
And then after you do that, you cycle 180 kilometers. After you do that, you run a full marathon, 42.2 kilometers.
In one day?
In one day. And there are cut-off times, so yeah.
Like in one day?
In one day.
And you're able to finish? Let's take a quick break and thank this show's sponsor, the Jasiri Planner, and a quick overview of my evening routine, some deep sleep music, my facial, and after that I get to sit down with the Jasiri Planner and just put down everything that I want to do the following day as I review what I did that day. And that little exercise is such an anchoring evening habit for me because it allows me to review what I've done and to also offload all those mental work things that may disturb my sleep, you know? So it also allows me to do monthly tracking, monthly goal tracking. And if you're the kind of person who loves lists, to-do lists, and staying on top of everything, then this is your planner because you also get to review your health goals on a daily basis, what you're doing for fitness, mood, water, reading, you name it. So if you'd love a planner, please reach out to them on Instagram at Jasiri Planner and get one today.
Yes.
That is another level of fitness. Like, you know, it's just incredible. So tell me, how's your typical day with that kind of training? What are you eating? You know, how you even recovering, stretching, things like that.
Yeah, beautiful. So with that, and this question, I love it because for you to be able to take your body through that, you have to be deliberate about the preparation. So I normally say, Anna, on the day of a race, you'll know whether you'll perform well or not because it's a past 1 year that matters. Yeah, it's like when you build a house, there's a beautiful house out there. You'll know whether it will survive the long rains or not because whatever you've put in the foundation, whatever you've put on the walls and the finishing. So for me, my typical day kicks off at 4. And because of habit, I don't have to put an alarm. My body clock. Automatic.
Even on holiday.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
I can't even imagine. You can't sleep in.
It's such a problem. So you re-engineer yourself. Yeah, but basically 4 a.m., I catch up. I'm trying. This is a habit that I tried over the last 16 months where I wanted to expose myself to more reading.
Yeah.
Because of some of the things that I'm doing in the future. So last year, I gave myself of one book a month, which I achieved. This year, I'm trying to do 2 books a month. So between 4 and 5, I'll read a book. Yeah. And then at 5, I'll go and do my training, my triathlon training. So either I'll go to the pool and swim, or I'll go to an indoor cycling setup and cycle, because it's too dark. If it's a running set, I'll wait until 5:30 and then go and run outside. That will take me 1.5 hours, then come back, recovery drink. So recovery drink is important so that you can be able to have the energy for the next day.
What is in the recovery drink?
It's simple. So I'm vegan, by the way. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's another one of his accolades.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So recovery drink, in sports, there are two things you need. You need carbs and proteins. That's it. There's nothing complex. Carbs and proteins. So for me, I'll have a smoothie that has bananas, pineapple. It will have dates for the sugars, and then water, and then a protein powder, a vegan protein powder.
Okay.
Then I'll just take 500 ml of that, and I'm good to go. Then start my day, do my daily career things until about 6 p.m. Do 1 hour of cello, and then close the day. But in between, I take a 1 hour nap.
A siesta?
Yes, a siesta.
Did you guys hear that? He's juggling all these things and he still can take a siesta. Siesta. What excuse do we have?
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what is the importance of that 1 hour nap?
That 1 hour nap, and I'm extremely grateful to my life coach. So I have a life coach as well. And this is one of the things that I was mentioning about surrounding yourself with the right people, because your dreams, you have to have people who will help you carry you through your dream.
Yeah.
And last year, I got to a point where I was crashing. So all of juggling all these things, you can crash. And we deduced it together with my life coach, Christine, and we realized that 1 hour break helps you to reboot and go through the other half of the day. And we experimented with it, and it worked. And it was based off of history. Italians do that.
Yeah.
Europeans do that. And you can see they're the most productive people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not a waste of time.
It's not.
So what if you are out there? Do you just crash in your car, or what happens? Some of us really struggle to sleep during the day. I don't know, is it the light? Do you have light outs, blinding, whatever?
Yeah. I think if I give you my training program in the morning, you'll sleep at 11.
That's true. If I'm swimming, biking and running, for sure.
Your body will shut down.
Okay.
But also getting to sleep at midday also can be formed through habit.
Okay.
Taking a break can be formed through habit. I think the first few instances are difficult, as you rightfully say. Your body is not used to it.
Yeah.
But once you get into the mood, 21 days, that's it. Yeah.
So what are your typical meals? I'm curious, just to keep up the energy. What are you usually eating?
Yeah. By the way, I want to debunk this myth that being a vegan is expensive. It's not. Chapodondo, ugali cabbage.
Oh yeah, that's vegan.
Githeri. All those are vegan.
Oh.
Vegan meals.
Yeah.
Githeri, avocado. Chai ya sturungi na mkate.
Okay.
All of those things are vegan meals.
But you won't have egg. Anything from an animal, even honey, you will not have.
No, I'll not have honey.
Okay.
So sugars through dates. Dates are a great source of energy. Yeah. So the thing that I try to do, and it's very deliberate, is to have carb, protein, and veg.
Yeah.
And then the smoothie that has natural sugars, protein, and carb as well.
Okay.
And by the way, Anna, I don't overthink it.
Yeah.
I just sit down, ugali, cabbage.
Okay.
And avocado.
Okay.
And then most important, more than 4 liters of water every day.
Yeah. And for men, especially when they're doing something like a triathlon event, muscles are really important.
Exactly.
Are you confident that you're able to hit your protein goals?
So, and that's one of the things, actually, I had to deliberately do that because my coach noticed, because of all of the hours you do in cardio, first of all, inevitably you'll become very small. Yeah. And your muscles, because your body fat is reducing drastically, your muscle will start wearing down. And that's why you have to supplement with protein. So I deliberately do it every day without fail. There's a science behind it. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll crash. And
this is the protein powder.
The protein powder.
Okay.
Deliberately.
That's an excellent supplement for vegans, right?
For vegans, okay. And knowing a good source of protein in its natural state. So, for example, chickpeas. Chickpeas are a great source of protein. Nuts. Peanuts, groundnuts, pecan nuts, whatever type of nuts, because they have protein and they have fats. So just continuously snacking on those. And Anna, I eat a lot, by the way. I eat a lot.
Yeah, to train like that. Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Do you track calories?
Not calories.
Okay.
Yeah, I just track macros and micros.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being vegan,
Yeah.
what made you go vegan, actually? Let me ask.
Yeah. So the reason why I went vegan, and I used to love chicken.
Yeah.
I used to love nyam chom.
Yeah.
I used to love mutura. I used to love seafood. The reason why I went vegan is because of long distance triathlon. So the thing about the training program I explained to you is you need to give yourself the most effective way to recover. And I realized when I'm eating a lot of protein, a lot of meat, when I wake up in the morning, I'm sluggish. It takes me a lot of time to get going. And generally, I struggle more in the workout. So my coach and I decided to experiment. Why don't we cut down your animal protein and see what happens? And on the days that I just used to do veg, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like the next day I had clarity. I was up. I was performing in my training programs. I was recovering faster. And the science behind it is really simple. It's easier for your body to break down plants. Simple. Yeah. So, for me, it was a tie-up between my performance and my recovery. Yeah, and I just went with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think I personally preach the message of eat mostly plants most of the time because there are also issues of how our animals are being raised. A lot of antibiotics, especially in the chicken, which can impact our health down the line. So I completely agree. If you keep filling your plate with plants, you will generally feel better.
It's true.
Yeah.
And all of the things that you mentioned in the beginning, your skin is gonna
glow. Right? Yeah, glow up.
You're gonna get abs.
Yeah.
For sure. Like if you supplement a plant-based diet, and just 1 hour is even too much. 30 minutes of exercise 5 times a week, you'll get those abs. And please, plant-based doesn't mean fries every day.
Yes. Oh, yes. You can be vegan and eat very unhealthy.
Yes. Actually, a vegan diet can be very misleading because you can supplement in your mind, but I don't eat meat.
Yeah.
So let me do these other things.
Exactly. Because cookies, Skittles are vegan.
There you go. Oreos.
Oreos are vegan. Yeah. They don't have any animal, but they are so, I feel like the impact of sugar in our body is actually really bad.
Exactly.
Compared to meat because sugar is addictive.
It's very addictive.
Yeah. It triggers the same neurons in our brain as drugs.
Imagine.
Would you believe that?
Yeah.
So I think there is balance in life. Like you're saying, you can reward yourself once in a while, but just doing mostly plants. And it's not complicated, like you said. It's thinking, how did our grandmothers used to eat back in the day?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And so for you to make, to get these kinds of results, you need like laser sharp focus, right?
Yes, we do.
And we are in a world of distraction.
Yeah.
Notifications, email notifications, SMSs, social media, even company and friends, like you're saying. Yeah. So how do you create those boundaries to make sure there's no distraction as you're going about your day?
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel that first, I'm very disciplined about time management. And Anna, time is one of the things that is free. You don't have to buy time. But also, time is one of the things that can be most destructive to you. And everyone around me knows that my time is important to me. If we set an appointment for 11 and it's 11:15 and you're not there, I'll leave. And that really, because as you said, I'm doing multiple things. If I start one at 11:15, it will affect the other deliverables. And I hold myself accountable to the people who I work for. And so that's the first one. The second one, and that's why I'm a biker, by the way, because I can't spend 2 hours in traffic. So I'd rather be on a motorcycle, go, get on time.
Exactly.
Yeah. The second one is, again, just tying into the why. Getting that focus is about your why. It's about your purpose. When you understand the purpose of what you're doing, then it gives you motivation even when you don't feel like doing it.
Yep.
And for me, Anna, every morning I remind myself what my purpose is. I remind myself what my why is. Even when I have downtime, because we all do, I have moments where I'm feeling extremely low, but I'm lucky enough that I've built a support system for myself, again, with people who are better than me. I just remind myself again the purpose. Taking regular breaks is important to reinforce that as well. So I'm not a believer of taking one block holiday. Once in a while, just enter your car, enter your motorcycle, take your bicycle, ride to Elementaita, unwind, do that kind of thing. And most importantly, build a model where you can see self-growth. That will help you have razor-sharp focus. If you know, so there's this analogy where rather than say, I want to make, if your focus is and purpose is money, rather than have a goal where you'll say, I want to make 10 million shillings this year, break it down to a day and say, I want to make 200 shillings a day. Compounding interest, you'll get to that 10 million. Yeah. And you'll be focused on that per day. So breaking it down to minute, achievable goals.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, with your family, your kids, your wife, how do you rope them in to this healthy lifestyle?
First, I'm extremely privileged, I'd say, because we're not on extreme paths in this world. I've never forced anyone around me to be vegan. So again, I'll mention this. Being vegan doesn't mean you have to cook 2 different meals in one house. If on that day people are eating ugali, chicken, and veg, all I have to do is eat the ugali and the veg.
Veg and an avocado.
Exactly. And we don't need to cook everything in one pot with soup in it, throw in one cube. Because it's being cooked separately. I don't need to put in my philosophies and influence what they're doing. So everyone there knows what they need to eat, and I don't influence that. But the one thing that we've all agreed is that whatever you put in your body will affect your mental state, your well-being, your everyday. So everyone there tries to be as healthy as possible. My kids now are in a sports program, and I'm extremely lucky that sports program has a nutrition thing on it. So they know as much as they want to eat candy, they want to eat sweets, chips. Being a kid, they can do that once in a while, maybe on Sundays, but it will affect what they'll do in their program. And I'm extremely lucky and privileged that I didn't have to push that. They were exposed to that environment. Their coaches showed them the benefits, and they're bought into it. For me, what I'd say, the most important thing, when you have people around you, especially the most important people around you, your family, your friends, is never push down your philosophies on them. Let whatever you're doing become an example, and they'll pick it up, for sure.
Learning by seeing.
Exactly.
As opposed to what they're being told, which kids are very good at. Right. So, Nanjero, you're soon to be author. I'd love guys to know about your upcoming project. Do you want to share something a little bit about it? Or it's under wraps?
I'll share a bit because it's coming. So, throughout this journey, this year, one of my goals is to author.
We've learned so much, and I'm personally inspired.
Really?
Yes.
You are inspired. I am inspired.
No, because we come up with all sorts of excuses that I don't have time. And you're debunking that myth. There is time.
There is time. There is time. And there's time to take a nap.
That's the parting shot. Thank you so much, guys. And remember, an episode every Friday. If you love this, leave a comment, leave a review, tell a friend, and remember to subscribe. See you next time.
Ciao.
A quick shout out to the producers of this show, Semabox. If you'd love to know about them, check them out on their website, semabox.net, and Semabox on all their socials. I'd want to also thank Pendeza Closet for dressing me today. They have amazing, amazing outfits. Check them out on Instagram as well.